What's up, people? What's up? What's up? I'm wait for my boy Namek to get in. He was having technical difficulties with his live stream, so what up, Vic? What up, Bazio? Once my boy Namek gets in here, man, he gonna send me a request. We can go live. So I'm getting interviewed today by a childhood friend of mine, still a good friend of mine. We both grew up in San Antonio, Texas, and he started a podcast and wants to interview me. The success that I got from growing up in San Antonio, Texas, all the way to Tampa, Florida, and where my career has taken me. So let's see. Oh, wait, let me turn. Bozzy, that's my laptop, bro. That's my laptop.
What up?
What's up, bro?
What up? What up?
How's it going?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Just put the little one down for sleep, man. So now
That's
it's
what's
time
up.
to get on this live stream.
I hear you, bro. So what's going on with you? How was your day today? Let's start off with that.
It was good, bro. Don't mind all this junk in the back.
No, you
Had to
good,
keep
bro.
some stuff.
I don't have the best background scenery, anyways.
Nah, day was good. Today's actually my day off, but I was productive. I actually went to the barbershop and recorded a video for my YouTube channel. Dope transformation. Dude had massive, long, like curly hair.
Yeah,
So I'm dropping that tomorrow. But just looking forward to this and the opportunity to do this with a childhood friend, bro. I mean, we grew up, in San Antonio, Texas, and I moved out here about 8 years ago, 2013. But we kept in contact,
yeah. It's been a minute.
but you started a podcast, and you asked to hit me up, interview me, and just talk about growing up from San Antonio, Texas, to where I'm at now and how I got here.
Exactly.
And I'm
Yeah.
not where I want to be, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
not where I used to be.
Most definitely. That's the way it should be. So
Yes,
let's
sir.
go. Let's go ahead and start off there. I'm pretty sure. I mean, we're on your live feed, of course, but just for the individuals that don't know, your backstory and kind of let me know how how it was growing up.
How I was growing up, man. San Antonio, Texas, bro. If y'all familiar with San Antonio, Texas, I was mainly raised around Jackson Color, West Avenue area.
Mm-hmm.
Not the best part of San Antonio, and then growing up on the east side as well. My aunt, I was there a lot all the time, but just I did my middle school and high school in San Antonio, Texas, because when I was born there, my mom actually moved me to North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
then,
remember that.
yeah, so then when we came back to San Antonio, Texas, that's when I started middle school in sixth grade there in San Antonio. But I if you know me, bro. I hip hop danced for 15 years. Like that was my thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what got me into this barber industry. And I told a little bit of my story, but not a lot of people know. The reason why I got into barbering is because of hip hop dancing. And I used to be a performer for barber battles. And that's how I got exposed to the industry. I wasn't even a barber. I would just go to these events and be the entertainment. I have a
That's
pretty
that's
good
that's
resume.
that's when you used to go by Spasm.
By Spasm, yeah, you know
Yeah.
me. Yeah,
For the for
Spasm,
the
man.
for the people that don't know.
He used to spaz out on the dance floor.
Mm-hmm.
But man, hip hop danced for 15 years, and when I went to this barber event, actually with this barber named Eric Zuniga, he's now traveling the world as a mobile barber. Um, but he put me on. He would have me as his entertainment for his barber events, and then getting exposed to that industry and just seeing how creative, how like just dope barbers are. For some reason, man, I can go to the airport and I'll point out a barber just off the way that they're dressed, the
Mm-hmm.
way that they look. I don't know. I mean, I don't got a fresh haircut, nothing like that, so you can't really say I look like a barber. But for some reason, barbers just have a different type of swag.
Okay.
So like when I saw that in the in those barbering events, I was just like, yo, I want to be a part of this. And dancing wasn't really putting a lot of money on the table. I was doing a lot of free events, a lot of exposure,
Mm-hmm.
especially being in San Antonio, Texas. It was hard to make it in the dance industry.
Yeah, because
Um,
you were staying pretty consistent, and then you ended up doing like a Sweet 16 on MTV or something like that, right?
Yeah, I did an MTV Super Sweet 16 out in Seattle, Washington. It was the
Yeah.
Portland Trailblazers head coach. His daughter had a Sweet 16 out there, and it was funny because she actually reached out to Chris Brown, and Chris Brown turned her down. I don't know why,
That's
but Chris
crazy.
Brown turned her down. And
So he turned that, and that turned into an opportunity for y'all, huh?
yeah, because I was actually backup dancing for this artist named Lady Rowe.
Hmm.
And she was just a small artist out in Beaumont, Texas, man, real small city. And or real small town, but she found her website at MySpace, and she started looking at her music, and she loved her music, and she said if she had any backup dancers, and she was like, yeah, I actually do. So I actually brought two of my high school homeboys with me, Robbie and Noel,
Hmm.
called Nola. I don't know if you remember them, but
No, but you used to be with them all the time, even when the
yeah,
club days and all that. You used to go
yeah,
do your shows and all. Yeah, I remember.
yeah. So I brought them with me
So
to
so,
Seattle,
so how
Washington.
so how was that experience? To
Man, that was crazy, bro. That was probably one of the biggest breaks that I had in my dancing in my dancing career.
hmm.
Before that, we had did a NBA All Star weekend on a yacht. We actually went to New Orleans on a yacht and performed on a yacht for NBA All Star weekend. After the games and stuff, everyone got on this yacht and was on the water and stuff. So we were performing on the water. But no, man, just getting into dancing, for so long. Like I said, my mom was like, "Look, it's not really putting food on the table, yeah, you love what you do, but there's really no money coming in. And you
Hmm.
say you want to get out of my house, like by 18 years old and stuff like that." So I was like, "All right, well, I like barbering. Like
Hmm.
I like going to these events and seeing how dope it is and stuff like that, how creative and just like how, bro, the designs like back in the day and how it evolved to now, it's just crazy. But um I actually took my one of my paychecks, and probably like within the next week I enrolled in barber college out there in San Antonio, Texas, at Glorious Barber College. And it was $1,000.
Hmm.
I don't know if I should be sharing this information, but it was $1,000, and I actually had a pair of seniors and a
Hmm.
pair of detailers, and that actually came inside the actual package whenever you enrolled. But
Okay.
since I had those clippers and trimmers, and I was struggling with making ends meet, and I was like, yo, I want to start school, but then again, it's like, yo, I got bills to pay. At that point, me and Brittany, we were just together. We weren't even engaged. We weren't even
Hmm.
married. I have a kid. We're working job to job, check to check. But I remember I got this check in, and it was $1,000 even. And uh, I was just like, yo, I want to start barber college, but if there's any way that you can help me out with taking some money off because I already have this clipper and trimmer already, that'll help. And she actually did from the get. Like, I didn't even know her. She just
Yeah,
saw how passionate that I was about starting, and I just wanted to hurry up and get enrolled. So
that's
she
dope.
actually helped me out and took some money off my tuition because of that bag or whatever. And since I had the clippers and stuff, so that's how I got started. Um,
So it was pretty much what I'm hearing is your mom kind of justified and kind of pushed you to make that transition because from having because you were very passionate about dancing, you were doing your thing. So I'm pretty sure it was kind of difficult, but you had to come to, reality like, hey, I gotta make something happen. I gotta bring in some type of income for myself.
yeah,
So is that how you decided to make that transition into going all in into barber school?
yeah. So after I enrolled in barber college, man, I almost shot myself in the foot because I was going to school for 70 hours a week, Tuesday through
Okay.
Saturday, and I was working three jobs. I don't know how I did it.
Hmm.
Um,
But you
everyone
made it
just kept,
happen.
yeah, everyone just kept telling me there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and I never
Hmm.
really understood it till I actually reached,
Hmm.
and actually graduated and stuff. But um, it was a 9 month program. It was 70 hours a week. I was working at this place called Avis Rent a Car at the airport, moving cars around and stuff like that, putting them on the lot for people to rent out. And then at nighttime, I was working in the ticket booth downtown at a hospital um, overnight. So I didn't really get a lot of sleep, but I wanted to hurry up and finish my barber college within 9 months because whenever I was in school, I was seeing that there were students in there from a year ago, year and a half ago, 2 years
Hmm.
ago. and anything after 9 months, you got to pay extra, bro. And I
Okay.
didn't have that.
Yeah.
The reason why that they were in there so long is because they had their parents to help them
Mhm.
out with, and they kind of like forced them into barber college because they didn't want to go to actual university. So
Mhm.
they're like, look, this is like the last resort, but they didn't really take it serious, bro.
They were slacking off and shit.
Yeah, I didn't
And
want to come out of pocket extra money that I
yeah,
already
yo,
had,
you got your back against the wall. You have no choice. This is all you got. You're already
bro.
fully invested. So I mean, you sacrifice, put in the time, and and how was that feeling as once you put in all your hours and it was time for graduation day?
Um, well, around 1,000 hours, 1,500 hours. So 1,500 hours you have to accomplish, complete in order for you to get, your license, whatever. But at 1,000 hours, you can take a written test. In San Antonio, Texas, there is a written test and a practical test. Practical test is 4 hours long.
Hmm.
You have to do a haircut, a shave, a perm, in front of four judges. You have to do a shampoo, wash, all this, right? All this stuff.
Hmm.
And I'm not a test person, bro. Like I struggled a lot in high school. I actually, not everyone knows, but I actually basically failed my senior year by 1 point on the science test. But I went another route because my mom didn't want me to get my GED, and obviously I didn't want to fail, and I didn't want to just quit. I didn't walk in my class,
Okay.
but I went to this place called Blessed Hope Academy and got my diploma through there.
Diploma.
But um, yeah, I got my diploma, but I wasn't able to, like, I just didn't like tests for some reason. Everything that I learned throughout the school, and then when it come test time, it was a brain fart. It was weird. But
Yeah.
I actually aced my written test and barber exam. It's just because my mind, my passion, everything from dancing just switched over to barbering, and I wanted to hurry up and just finish my barber college in 9 months and move on, get into a barbershop and start making money. I was struggling, bro. Like I wanted to hurry up and get out of barber college. That way I could start
Yeah.
making money.
Hmm.
About 6 months into barber college, I actually started working at a barbershop, um, by Lackland Air Force Base. And he let me work on the weekends. He knew the Texas Barber Board people, and he was like, "Yo, they really don't show up on the weekends. So if they do, he's like, I'll just pay them off, basically." I don't, this is not good advice for people coming, as a student barber. Don't go into a barbershop because you can risk your license. You can risk the
Hmm.
barber, the owner of the shop, his license and his shop.
Hmm.
Um, but I
Well, but
was just blessed
it's
to,
all part of your story, bro. And you were just blessed
yeah,
to find certain individuals that were able to give you that, that minor little slack, just
yeah.
because they saw how serious and passionate you were. So, and maybe in a way they thought you were worth taking the risk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because he was like, dude, like you have what? This is probably 6, 7 months in. I probably had 2, 3 months. I had already finished my test, my written
Hmm.
test. I had to do the practical, and I felt okay getting into a barbershop. But bro, that first day, the first client was a bald fade with a razor, and I was like, and in barber college, she would teach us to use like the shaver or even
Okay.
just do the
Eh,
trimmer.
explain that to people that don't understand. They just feel that they're going to go to barber college and they're going to teach you step by step on how to do everything. Explain to them that a lot of that shit is self taught,
It
and you got to
is.
self observe and kind of put in the work to
It,
get better.
It is because I mean that's another reason why I started my YouTube channel 4 years ago is because
Hmm.
I wanted to be that person that helped people get through barber college. I learned a lot, uh, theory wise, history of the barbering, book wise. Yes, they teach you like the basics on how to cut. You do get live clients in barber college, so you're cutting people all day. She put
Hmm.
me in the front of the school, the first chair, because again, bro, I just fed off that energy to her because I was just like, yo, I want to,
You were
give me
hungry.
clients.
You were hungry.
I was hungry, bro. I was like, give me clients. I don't care what it is. I'm not gonna walk away. I want to do this 9 months and get out, bro. But she just saw that I was so passionate about it, so she put me in the front. And I don't know, bro. I just felt like it was for me. I just posted a picture not too long ago about my tattoo on my arm. It's of
Hmm.
a senior clipper, first clipper that I ever picked up. And they would make fun of me in barber college why I got a clipper tattoo so quick, like a month, 2 months into barber college.
Hmm.
But again, bro, like
just
That's
the
that's how
passion for
that's how
dancing.
committed
I
you
was
were.
I was just committed. Like I was like, yo, this is it for me. And I naturally got good at it. Yeah, I got help, but I was also watching YouTube. There's barber named Pacino's, Vic the Barber, Cake and His Randy. These were all OG YouTubers before I even started YouTube. Now, not to knock them, but I would reach out to them on comments, and I would never get nothing back. I wouldn't get,
Hmm.
you know, answers back to my questions. So that's
Yeah,
why I started my YouTube channel, to help others and to actually be transparent,
and interact with your followers, your
yeah,
subscribers.
engage with
Exactly.
them. Now I can't comment on a video that has 100,000 views on it and
Y-
100,000 comments. Like I
Yeah,
can't
of
comment
course.
every single one, but
But you can always
I
make
try
you
to,
can always make a you can always look at the questions and make a following video and try to answer as many
yeah,
questions as
yeah,
possible and try
yeah.
to, you know.
But a lot of self-taught, a lot of trial and error, learning off of the
Hmm.
students. There were some students in there that were better than me that cut hair, before, but they just wanted to get their license to get into a shop legally. So shout out to my boy Daniel, man. He helped me out. It's weird because I still use the same system to this day, open, middle, close, and that's what I preach to my viewers on my YouTube channel. Start with the lever open, put it in the middle, and then close it. And I just stuck with that system since barber college and where I'm at now. Um, but a lot of self-taught, man. A lot of self-taught, a lot of trial and error. Getting those clients in my chair, whether it's long hair, short hair.
Hmm.
We were cutting hair for $5 a haircut, man. Like there was times they would come in, they wouldn't even tip. There is one time because this older gentleman would take full advantage of it, bro. He'll come in, take a $5 haircut, and leave. So
Indeed.
then one time I was just like, he was being real picky, and I'm like, dude, you don't even tip, bro. Like at this point, I'm only like a
You
couple
straight out
months
told them.
in. Yeah, I was a
Okay.
couple months in, right? I was like, dude, you're so picky, man. You come to a barber college, right?
Yeah.
You know what you're paying for a $5 haircut.
Yeah.
But I mean, show some love a little bit, like, because anything after $5, bro, was in our pockets.
Okay.
Tips were greatly appreciated because that was gas money, that was
Yeah.
lunch money,
Yeah. Of course.
whatever, right?
Yep.
So after I said, man, you don't even tip, the man was like, you want a tip? All right, don't ever drink yellow snow cone, and left the shop, bro.
Man,
Left the shop, bro.
that's some
And
savage shit, huh?
yeah, but
But what do you feel? What would you say? Because I feel in your industry, because you know how people say hard work surpasses talent. You know, where talent doesn't show up. I feel like you need both in the industry because
yeah,
you have to have passion for the craft because
right,
one, it's a very personal business, and if you fuck up someone's fucking head, like, you know, that's some serious shit.
yeah,
Am I right?
yeah.
So, but how much of a work ethic do you have to be able to grow a clientele, to build a brand, and you know,
I
what do
will
you?
say this, man, and I'm a firm believer in it, bro. I'd rather have a good person in my barbershop with great personality and great
Mhm.
customer service and a good person and not know how to cut hair
Okay.
rather than have someone that knows how to cut hair nice
Hmm.
but has a poor attitude, that's not a team player,
Okay.
that's not family oriented,
Hmm.
that just wants to go in there and make money and leave. I don't want that. The
Okay.
family that we have in our barbershop, bro, it's a culture and it's an atmosphere that's something um, that caught my eye whenever I first moved out here to Tampa, Florida.
Hmm.
Um, I was just visiting. I was just visiting, bro, and with my in-laws. And the day before that I was about to leave, I went and talked to the owner of the barbershop. And
At headlines, right?
yeah, Headlines Barbershop.
Barbershop. Yes,
um,
sir.
but I'm sorry, I got to bring forward. What was the question you said about?
About work ethic and talent.
Yeah,
When
so
talent,
I
you
like,
know,
yeah,
because I'm okay,
I'd
yeah.
rather have someone in the barbershop that has a great personality versus and they know how to cut, because you can always teach a person how to cut hair.
Hmm.
They can learn off of us, they can apprentice, right? But I
Yeah, most
can't teach
definitely.
you how to be a good person. I can't teach you
Hmm.
how to, how to have a good heart.
Hmm.
Um, yes, there you need some talent. Like whenever we get new barbers coming in, the first question is, can he cut?
Okay.
But is he a good person? Is he a team player? Will he fit in? Right. Definitely once you're in and you know how to cut good hair, building clientele, man. The thing that we believe in and we've done and it worked is we believe in FILO, FILO, just like Fila, FILO. First one in, last one out. And that means once you're in the barbershop in the AM, first one in, you open the doors. You're there until the last barber leaves, because you never know who's gonna walk in last minute. We always get them early bird clients, and we'll get those late clients.
Okay.
Now, starting out, you're not gonna have the clientele that you need in order to to make ends meet and pay your bills and stuff. It's a struggle.
Yeah, it's a
But
daily. It's a day-to-day grind.
If you grind 6 months, bro, first one in, last one out,
Consistently.
consistently. Don't say, man, the shop is slow, I'm gonna leave. I haven't got anyone all day, I'm gonna leave. I don't know how many times I've waited for that one client to walk in, and it's always like an hour or 30 minutes before the door closes. But that client, bro, is gonna appreciate you. Even if you even told, if you were transparent with him, bro, honestly, you're the only haircut of the day that I've had, or you're probably my third haircut of the day. Oh, really, man? Oh, well, I'm glad you start having a conversation with that person. Next thing you know, he's telling his cousin, his brother, his friends, hey, man, this barber, looked out for me, da-da-da-da. It's just, I don't think it's good for you to leave the barbershop because it's slow. You're slow. Your grind is slow.
Exactly.
If you're not out there handing out business cards, shaking hands. Now, granted, right now it's a little crazy. Right now,
Of course.
And stuff. But
how important it is to make sure you're there for your humble beginnings. You're there for those slow days to get
yeah,
that experience. And how did you deal with that those feelings that like, fuck, man, like I haven't had a client all day, or I haven't had a client in so many hours. Like, how did you deal to surpass feeling that way? Like,
honestly, like what I kept just putting in my mind was I got to get at least anywhere from 1 to 5 clients a day.
okay, so you set a goal like that for yourself.
Yeah, set me a goal. Like, as long as I can get 5 clients a day, maybe every other day, that's 10, 15, 20 clients a week. Then the next 2 weeks, man, or actually what I used to do, and I still do this now, if you're a new client, I'll tell you, if you refer me 2 people, your next haircut's on me.
Dope.
And then, boom, now you got 3 clients. The next 2 that show up, hey, man, you send me 2 others, your next haircut's on me. And they love that. They're like, bro, bet I'm going to get a free haircut, especially if you're in high school, man. You ain't got no money for a haircut.
Hell yeah.
Get this haircut. I'm going to tell all my friends, I'm going to bring you more clientele.
That's smart.
I would always do that. And I wouldn't never give a discounted haircut because I don't want the discounted client. I'd rather give you a free haircut because next time you're going to be like, bro, you hooked me up. Now I'm about to bless you 2 times more. Or
that provides you more value, and you're providing more value for that.
Right, because if I give you a discount, you're always going to be searching for the discount, the half off price or whatever. That's why you got people like companies like Great Clips. I'm not knocking Great Clips, not knocking Supercuts and stuff like that. They got a different type of clientele.
Yeah.
And they're doing something great because there's so many around. There's so many everywhere throughout the world.
Their system is different when it comes to franchising and all that shit.
Yeah, but they could do $3 haircuts. Like, it's crazy. Me, I can't do that. For some reason, I can't do a haircut for a discount. I'd rather just give you a free haircut, and the next time, hey, next time you'll bless me. But getting past that, man, is definitely a struggle because it could be, it could put you down. You'll be like, dang, bro, like, I don't have money for this. I don't have money for this bill. I've been going to work every single day. I haven't had a client all day. But little by little, man, word of mouth, recommendation. Bro, I'm a people person. You know me. I'll talk to a stranger, have a full-out conversation. If I see you walk in and I see you haven't had a haircut, or I see you have a bad haircut, hey, man, where you get your haircut at? My name is Matt. Here's my business. I did that real religiously in San Antonio, Texas.
Yeah, man, that's what I've always loved about you. You're very vocal. You know what I mean? Very vocal and outgoing. You you had a lot of self-confidence, regardless of your adversities, and growing up. You know, you and your you know, of course, my boy, your older brother, and your mom's, everything y'all been through. You
Yeah.
know, it's all part of your story, man. It's all part of your come up.
Yeah.
You
And
know.
I remember actually having you as my guinea pig, bro. You
Oh
and your
hell
brother and your
yeah.
and other friends, bro. Because
Yeah.
and I appreciate that y'all actually looked out for me because this is all part, like you said, all part of my story, all part of my growth. Like I didn't give the best haircuts, back then. I took like 2-3 hours on your hair alone,
Yeah. No, how you
but
did, bro. Nah, but I
but
mean,
just
it was all love, bro. It was all, you know, that's what I loved about the group that we had growing up.
yeah,
Regardless if everyone, you know, you had, you know, whether we came together when me and your brother and our, you know, our homeboys, our group was recording music, or you were out there doing your dad's thing, or we picked a weekend or a day after school and go play some ball. Like it was always love, bro. It always love, support. You know,
yeah,
it was all always a good time. So to see you being a father, you're going to be a father too now.
yeah.
Congratulations as well on that.
Appreciate it, man.
Like just seeing your whole growth and being, you know, married, and what seems to me y'all are making it work, and we'll get into that as well, of how much it means to have a wife, and how much of, you know, the support of a spouse or a partner, how important that is.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man, just seeing your growth in general, bro, it's very inspiring, and it's in and I'm very happy for you, you know.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. It definitely wasn't easy, but like I just kept that in the back of my head, like there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
Hmm.
And once I finished barber college, like I was like, it just opened up so many doors for me, man. Because I actually took a leap of faith and left home, left San Antonio, Texas,
Yeah,
to
that
move out
was
to
a big
Tampa,
leap.
Florida. Yeah,
And how do you like it? Because you said you've been there for seven
yeah,
years
going
already.
on 8 years, 8 years in 2021. Um, I moved out here in 2013 when the San Antonio Spurs was playing Game 5 with Ray Allen. When
Hmm.
Ray Allen hit that 3-pointer and took us out the
Oh
championship.
man, don't remind me on that one.
But um,
But how do you feel about your decision? Going 7, 8 years later, you know, how do you feel about your decision?
it's one of my best decisions yet, bro.
Life
Yes, I
changing,
left
huh?
my family. Yes, I left my friends, good food, the culture out there.
Mm.
Like it's so different out here in Florida, but I wouldn't change it for a thing. And I was hoping that I would raise my kids in San Antonio, Texas,
Hmm.
but being here, like I got a Florida baby, I'm about to have another Florida baby. And we got married. We got married in Texas, but then we came back here.
Yeah,
Um, But best decision, Brent. Best decision I've ever made. Very scary. Like I got homesick probably the first few months in, and Bernie actually surprised me with my mom flying down here and showed up at her mom's doorstep when we were still
yeah,
living with them. And I was very thankful for that. But that right there was like I said my goodbyes when I left, but I really said my goodbyes whenever my mom came out here again to visit because I was homesick, bro. Like I had never left my mom. I had never
yeah.
left away out of the state. Like
Hmm.
we just had my in-laws out here, no friends. And I'm very thankful that we did have my in-laws out here because they still to this day they do so much for us, man. With watching my daughter every Saturday, that way we can, work and stuff like that.
That's a beautiful
Um,
thing, man. Because you still had that support there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And she's
So
the one that actually told me, look, this is your last day here. You're visiting. Why don't you go check out that barbershop that just opened up down the street? See if they have an opening if y'all do plan on moving out here. So I was like, all right, cool. So I went to Headlines, spoke to the owner, walked in. Like I said, whenever I walked in, yes, it was kind of like the first barbershop that besides the one in Lackland Air Force Base, I wouldn't really consider that me working in my first barbershop because I didn't have my license. But when
yeah,
I moved out here to Florida, I transferred my license over here.
and it was
And
official.
yeah, whenever I talked to the owner, I was like, look, man, I plan on moving out here in the next few months. Will there be a chair available? I'm from San Antonio, Texas. He's like, yeah, man, we're actually opening our second location. There's going to be barbers leaving from this location to the next location, so we'll have open chairs. So I'm like, all right, bet. Kept in contact with them. And The day that I was moving down, the weekend that I moved down here, that following Monday, I started working in the barbershop. And I told my in-laws 3 months in, just give me 3 months. I'm gonna get on our feet and we'll be out of y'all's house. But very
Mm-hmm.
thankful that they let us stay there and get on our feet. That way we can get a spot of our own and stuff like that. But just part of the story, man, being very transparent. And I've said this before on other live streams and stuff, but if you don't know, I actually got fired 6 months in working in with Headlines Barbershop. Because when I came out here, I was very young. I had a young mind. I didn't have, I didn't have I mean, we were together, but we had. Did we get engaged in San? We got engaged in San Antonio, Texas. So we moved out here. We were engaged. I was about to
Bro,
ask, yeah.
don't get your
I
ass in trouble,
proposed to her
bro.
in San Antonio, Texas. When we got out here, we weren't married, but we didn't have my daughter.
Yeah.
So I was very young-minded, very immature, and when I came out here, my mindset was, yo, don't tell me what I need to fix, what I need to do on my cuts, how I need to act. I did my 9 months, bro. Like I'm
Let
good.
me
I
do
got
my
my
thing.
license.
I'm
I'm good.
good.
But I wasn't accepting criticism correctly. I
Of
wasn't
course.
accepting it as, yo, he's just trying to help me, not talk down on me.
Mm-hmm.
And I just let that get the best of me, bro. And one day it just went south. And I was just like, forget Florida. We're going home. I'm about to break this lease. I called my in-laws and I'm like, yo, F Tampa, Florida. Like I was done, but I was also being selfish
Okay.
because my wife just started at a salon. She does hair as well. She's a stylist.
Mm-hmm.
She was a stylist before me. She went to Paul Mitchell in San Antonio, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
But she was like, babe, like I just got a job. Like I'm just starting to build clientele. Like let's give it a chance. Try to find another barbershop. And I'm over here like, yo, this is all I know. Like I didn't come out here to go to another barbershop. I came out here to work at Headlines Barbershop.
Yeah.
But 6 months in, I got fired right around Christmas time, bro. I'm freaking out. I have an
Mm-hmm.
apartment rent. I have my car. I have insurance. Like I'm just freaking out, bro. And my mother, I remember talking to my mother-in-law, and she was like, look, take a deep breath, go on Google, type in barbershops in New Tampa area, and give some calls around. So
Mm-hmm.
the day I got fired was the day I got hired. Again, going back to being hungry. I didn't
Yeah.
let that stop me, bro.
You
Yes, I was,
got a big piece of some humble pie real quick.
bro, real quick. Everything was good. And that going into the other barbershop, I thought the grass was greener on the other side. I
Okay.
thought every barbershop was the same. I thought every
Mm-hmm.
barbershop had the same atmosphere, same culture, but it wasn't that. It was the opposite, bro. Even though I had a couple dudes at Headlines Barbershop that I didn't really care for, when I
Yeah.
went over to this other barbershop, I started to see snakes in the grass.
Okay.
But I was very thankful that he let me work there for about a year.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I took some clientele with me and stuff like that, built some new clientele.
Mm-hmm.
But even a year in, bro, I wasn't happy. I I felt like
So what brought you back to headlines? How did that opportunity present itself again, or did you
so
create the opportunity?
so yeah. I had just had my daughter. We had
Mm-hmm.
we had got married and everything like that. But I called up the owner that I didn't have a problem with before, and I
Mm-hmm.
was just like, bro, Headlines has been on my heart. Is what I came to Tampa, Florida for, to start something out here, to start my barbering career in Headlines Barbershop, because I love the culture, love the atmosphere. They were family oriented. The other barbershop that I was working at for a year was just, excuse my language, but just seven niggas in a barbershop getting money. No one,
Okay.
there was no like hanging out. There was no like, hey, bring your family over to my house. We'll have a cookout. But with Headlines, we had a Thanksgiving party. We had a Christmas party. We had Secret Santa. Like all that stuff, everything, all of that type of stuff like that, bro, was what made me feel welcomed. Um,
It was
Even
more
though
of
they
a
didn't like
it
Spurs
was more of
fans,
a family there. All right.
it
They didn't
wasn't.
like.
Yeah, yeah, they didn't like Spurs fans, but they definitely welcomed me with open arms. But me as an immature person, I let that mess me up a little bit. But then again, I learned from it.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
whenever I called the owner, I was just like, look, bro, like Headlines has always been in my heart. I see y'all are opening another location, and I want to come back. And he was just like, look, bro, we always knew you can cut hair. We always liked you as a person.
Mhm.
but you know, you need some tweaking, you need some growing up to do it. And I actually admitted that to him, and I was just like, bro, I was the one wet behind the ears, basically.
Mhm.
Um, and I didn't. I came out of barber college, like I just thought I knew it all.
Yeah, of
Um,
course.
but
But that's
got
dope
another
that you that
opportunity.
yeah, that's dope that you realize, you know, you had some self growth to do,
Yeah,
and you put your pride and your ego aside,
yeah.
and you know you man up because you're married, you have a child, and you have to get your shit together.
I had real life bills, bro. I had
You
real
know
man
what I mean?
bills, bro.
So right there, most people don't do that shit. They rather be prideful and they won't swallow their ego, and they continue to be stagnant. They stay stuck at where they're at, bitching and complaining. And you chose not to do that. You know,
Yeah,
you put in the work and you put in the effort,
yeah.
which is very,
And I couldn't fail because I did have a family. I had a wife to support, bro, like to pay bills and stuff. Um, so whenever they offered me the second opportunity, bro, I took full advantage of it. I like did a complete 180 with my life, you know, just matured a little bit, was a little more open minded, started
and is that
educating myself.
is that when you became Matt Gifted Hands? Is that
What's funny, I
or
skipped this in barber college, but what's
uh,
funny is I actually had a gentleman. He was probably about 80 years old, man. I was cutting his hair in barber college, and I finished cutting his hair, showed him the mirror. He's like, "You don't even got to show me the mirror, young man." And I was like, "Oh, I'm just, you know, showing you the haircut, man.
okay.
Just doing what, you know, I was just doing exactly what my teacher taught me, right?" And he was like, "'Cause you got gifted hands." And I
Oh
was like,
man,
"Oh, that I
and
like
and
that." So
and
it
that
is,
and that stuck with you.
yeah, that stuck with me. I actually got gifted hands tatted on my arm right next to my
Yeah, yeah.
clipper in barber college. Uh, um, so that's how I got that name. That's how Spasm switched over to Matt Gifted Hands in barber
It,
college.
and it became the brand.
Yeah, it became the
It,
brand
it's right
along with
there. Yeah,
Stay Gifted.
that's dope.
Stay Gifted is just something that when like far into my probably about a year into my YouTube channel.
Yeah,
After at the end of each video, I would say Team Gifted, Stay Gifted,
stay
and
gifted.
people just started commenting back hashtag Team Gifted, hashtag Stay Gifted, hashtag Team Gifted. I was like, oh, this is dope. I could take off with this, and I feel like Stay Gifted can go for anybody,
Hmm.
a boxer, an athlete, a basketball player, a barber. Stay gifted in whatever you want to do in life. Just stay blessed in it, stay gifted, stay humbled. Um, but
That's
going
real
back
shit.
to
That's
yeah,
a gem, people. Keep that in mind. Stay gifted.
yeah, stay gifted.
Most def. So let's talk about that. How you made the transition. Who inspired you, and who got you into start taking your YouTube channel a little bit more serious and learning how to monetize. And I'm pretty sure hours and hours of editing and learning how to edit and about camera angles and everything that you had to learn to create the content that you're creating today.
Um,
What got you into that, or who got you into that?
Whenever I went to go work at that barbershop for a year, I
It was
realized that I wasn't working to my fullest potential, and I
uh
wanted more. So I started my Instagram page, started posting pictures, and then once I left that shop and went to the headlines for the second opportunity, um, I don't know. I just got this motivation to start a channel by my big brother Bazio.
Chris Bazio, right?
Yeah, Chris Bazio, which is he's a successful YouTuber, successful businessman. You know, owns over 7 barbershops out here in the Tampa, Florida area.
Wow, that's impressive.
Owner of Tune 45 Company, which is a big brand in the industry. Um,
Yeah, so I've seen that. I've seen you promoting that. I was going to ask you about that too. That's dope.
yeah,
So Chris is a part of that.
yeah, man. I remember him coming over to the house and just sitting me one on one with laptop next to laptop, setting up my channel, how to monetize it, put my information in there, how to drop a video. Um, 4 years ago, whenever I started, you can monetize off rip. And this is a
Hmm.
question you had asked me about monetizing your videos, because
Hmm.
back in the day, you can monetize off the first video. It's going to accumulate cents, not dollars, but
Yeah,
over time, it can
over
get to,
time it
yeah,
adds
it
up.
will get to the dollars. Um, But now you have to have over 1,000 subscribers, over 100,000 watch time minutes. So it's a little difficult for YouTubers to start their channel up now. But just basically what he did was any mistakes that he made in his YouTube channel, because he had already had maybe around 50 to 80,000 subs. Anything that he did wrong, he basically told me not to do that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Versus
So
me
he was
making
putting you on game.
mistakes. Yeah, he put me on game basically. So I didn't make the same mistakes that he did. And just collaborating with other barbers, bro, like 360 Jeezy, which is, he has over 3 million subscribers on YouTube. It's crazy because 360 Jeezy was on a phone call with Chris Bazio, and he was like, "Hey, man, I want to do this tour called the Thank You Tour from YouTube barbers." And this is something that we talked about a long time ago. Like, if y'all been following me since day one, y'all know that we were gonna do this thank you tour. It never went through, but Bazio started traveling and educating and stuff like that. So it was still kind of a thing, because we would bring the barbers together, YouTube barbers, and do classes and educating and stuff like that. But we
Yeah.
really didn't do the tour. However, 360 Jeezy was on the phone with Bazio and was like, "Hey, man, there's this new YouTuber on new barber on YouTube, and he has some great quality. The camera angles are fire. His haircuts are dope." I had 3,000 subscribers at the time. This man had over 100,000, close to 200,000 subscribers. Why is he watching me? You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, it was one of those things, like, you never know who is watching you, or
Exactly.
who's gonna talk about you, whatever. So Bazio was like, "Bro, he actually works at my barbershop, man. That's my boy Matt. Like, you trying to bring him on? That's easy." So I was I was kind of starstruck in a way, like, yo, like 360 Jesus watching my videos, and
Yeah.
he was like, "Yeah, bro." So we actually flew him out here to Tampa, Florida, man, and we collabed and did videos, and just having him down here in Tampa, Florida, collabing, making videos, doing little Instagram stories here and there, I
Hmm.
gained about 3,000 to 5,000 subscribers within a month.
That's crazy.
And after that, it's just collabing, doing challenges. We did a wifey cut challenge. We did a Walmart clipper cut challenge. And fast forward 4 years later, bro, I'm at 93,000 subscribers,
Not
close
nine
to my
nine not
milestone.
Yeah, 92.4 thousand subscribers to be exact.
Yeah,
With
and
274 videos of
yeah,
content.
that's a lot of videos, bro. That's a lot of videos. There's some
That's
YouTubers that have like 100 videos and like 300 subscribers,
Yeah.
which,
Nah,
like, my
man,
boy
but I mean,
15.
you've been putting in that work. 274 videos, bro, with 92.4 subscribers. And
Yeah,
okay,
man.
so let's get to it. The 4.7 million views, 2-year-old kid.
Yeah,
Your first video that went viral.
yeah.
So how does that feel, or what
I
was the whole experience? Because I know you
I
cut.
had one I
I know
had
you
one
chopped it up
video.
again.
Yeah, I had one video go viral for me before that, but it was more so like I think it hit like 200K, 300K, which was big for me. Like,
Yeah, of
that was
course.
a lot. That was
It
like
was
my
already.
first video.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was a wave cut. On my boy Yo Fonz, and we collabed, and he had some following on his social media, and he was booming. And I quickly did a collab with him, and then that video took off. But this kid, bro,
A whole
it
different level.
it was weird, man. That video was out for a whole month, and it was sitting around like 40 to 50,000 views, which was
Hmm.
still good. Um, but all of a sudden, it just started taking off, and within, like, the next morning, bro, 100K. The next morning after that, 200K. The next morning after that, 300K. So I'm like, what is going on, bro? Like, the algorithm just snapped. People started recommending it. People started sharing it. YouTube started recommending it. Like, if you go on YouTube right now, on their homepage, and if you see one of my videos, that's because YouTube starts recommending my videos to people. Um, but I started seeing this chain of moms commenting on it, and was stating, "I'm gonna show this to my son. I'm gonna show
Hmm.
this to my friend's son. I'm gonna show this to my 5-year-old kid. I'm gonna show this to my 12-year-old kid that doesn't like to get haircuts." This 2-year-old kid, first haircut ever, sat in my barber chair, didn't make a sound, didn't move, didn't complain, got a haircut, and me and the mom were just like, yo, like,
It was a
you
perfect
sure
client.
he hasn't got a haircut? And she's like, no, this is his first cut. Um, so after it taking off, man, I recorded that video back in January. By March, COVID hit.
Mm-hmm.
COVID-19. And we were very fortunate, bro, that my video took off around that time and provided income for my family while we weren't working. And
Yeah,
I was,
you did mention that
yeah,
how that was like a blessing in disguise, kind of.
it was, bro, because again, going back to the struggle, bro, and going back from where we came from, like I didn't feel bad staying home.
Yeah,
I didn't feel bad saying, yo, we're very fortunate right now. We're blessed that we have this income coming in. And it took 4 years for a video to take off, but yo, this is the perfect
dog.
timing.
That just proof in the pudding, like how a consistent grind and putting in the work ahead of time. So when shit like this happens, or when you do want to take a day off to be with your daughter, to be with your wife, or to go fishing like you like to do sometimes, you're not going to feel guilty or bad because you already done put in the work ahead of time. So
Yeah,
in a way, you earned that shit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It wasn't given to you. You
And
know, and
I was blessed and humbled to tell my clients, look, I'm gonna wait another week. I'm gonna wait
mhm.
another 2 weeks. I'm gonna wait another 3 weeks. Yes, I wasn't getting income from like the primary job, me cutting hair at the shop,
Yeah, of course.
but YouTube was paying me in the back end from that video.
Hmm.
Bro, I was in the place whenever we had Aaliyah, we weren't in the place finance wise that we are now. Um, we needed the help. We needed a crib. We needed a stroller. We needed clothes. We needed diapers. We needed all the help that we can get.
Yeah,
I mean, this time around, wifey's pregnant. We're very fortunate that we had this money coming in. And I was like, look, since everyone's in the same boat, I'll go ahead and buy all the crib, the stroller, the brand new stuff for the baby. And we're just very fortunate, like I said, that we had that income coming in for that. And oh man, that video is still growing, bro. And I was able to purchase a new vehicle off of that video as well. Not just that video, but like just everything. All
yeah, of
the
course.
full grind from 4 years, right?
Hmm.
But I needed a new vehicle, and then this whole COVID-19 stuff going on, they were just giving away cars. Going back to building clientele, I'm a firm believer in building relationships rather than clientele, because you never know when you might need that person, bro.
Hmm.
You may have a flat tire. You may have locked your keys in your car. You may need to go buy a new vehicle. Well, let me holler at the GM, general manager of Lakeland Nissan out here in Tampa, Florida, bro, and gave me a deal that I couldn't refuse. And just because he was a longtime loyal client of mine, he
Yeah,
looked out for me. I looked out for him. He gave me business coming in for a haircut. I gave him
you
business
gave
for
him this.
buying a vehicle
You
from him.
you paid it forward. It all goes.
Yeah, but
Yep.
definitely it was just one of those things. Like, dang, 4 years into this YouTube channel, finally I had a break, bro, and I gained like over 30,000 subscribers from that one video.
Yeah.
Um, and that's where I'm at now. I'm at 92.4. And my milestone by the end of this year is for me to hit 100,000 subscribers. And YouTube sends you a silver play button and a plaque, a frame. And that's something to be like I might cry about that, bro. Like, dang, like 100,000.
I believe you, bro. Because when you got your truck, you know, you were just taking it all in, bro. Taking it all in from your consistent grind, like you said, 4 years in the making of starting your your YouTube channel, or at least putting out consistent content, bro. Like I'll be looking forward to when you receive that plaque, and I believe you will.
Yeah.
So what do you see the evolution of the culture of barbers and their culture right now with this whole COVID thing? Like, where do you see the wave kind of moving
Um,
through all this, or post COVID? Like, what do you feel? What do you think?
I will say this. There is a couple, like Chris Bosio and a couple other barbers in other states that stood up for our industry during this whole quarantine lockdown.
Hmm.
Um, it really pissed us off because it was like, yo, how is McDonald's still open? How is Wendy's still open? You're telling me a 12 or 15-year-old kid that just graduated high school knows about more sanitation than someone went to that paid thousands of dollars for school and sanitation.
Yeah.
He knows more than us and more and to be more safe. That
Hmm.
was our thing, our situation. We're like, yo, how are you locking us down? But Michael's is open. Best Buy is open. How is that essential? I feel like we are essential. Everyone needs a haircut. Everyone needs to look good, but in the right time.
Yeah, of course.
That's, yeah, like I don't think it was the right time to go. Like, bro, I started seeing barbers falling, dying from house
Hmm.
calls. Once I saw that, bro, I was like, yo, for sure, I'm not doing no cuts
Okay.
because not like people that I knew personally, but
Hmm.
people that were sharing stories and stuff, and people that were like barbers that were falling. They would show a barber in a house call one day, the next week he's in a hospital dying.
Damn.
Like I was like, yo, I couldn't. No, there was no money worth me going out there and risking my life, my
And
daughter's life,
hmm.
and my wife's life, and my new baby's life. You know what I mean? Like there is no amount of money that can make me get out of the house and go cut hair. But again, I think if I didn't have that YouTube money coming in, I don't know what I would have done.
Exactly.
I I don't know if I would have took the risk and did my house calls because I know a lot of barbers out there that were doing that because they needed to make ends meet and they weren't one of the fortunate ones.
Yeah.
But I
So.
pray for everybody, man. And we try to stay positive. But going forth, like with the whole
Hmm.
COVID-19, me personally at the barbershop, just because my circumstances at home, my wife is 8 months pregnant. I got a 5-year-old daughter. I
Hmm.
haven't been doing facial hair. I require my clients to wear the mask, the whole entire haircut. Yes, there's other barbers in the shop that do beards, but some of them don't have families. Some of them don't have a pregnant wife. Some of them just like, hey, I have my mask on, I'll do your beard. But I just don't want. I'm trying to provide for my family, be safe, but also just be as safe as possible too. You know.
Yeah. Take every precaution.
Right. So going forward, like we're wearing our masks, we sanitize our stations, our barber chairs. We're doing what we've already done before, but just a little bit more. Maybe that's like Lysol spraying down the chairs, Lysol the door handles whenever they
Hmm.
walk in, stuff like that. But going forth with this whole COVID-19, I pray that this world does get back to normal, bro, because I don't want my kids growing up like this. My daughter's about to start school, first day of kindergarten. She's not going to get the full experience of meeting her teacher with a whole bunch of kids. She's going to have to do
Yep.
a one-on-one meeting. Um, I I think it's a face-to-face meeting, but some schools are doing video chats. Like
Yeah.
that's
My kids just started the virtual the online school this week. And my
yes.
daughter, my daughter, she's in second grade, and it's a little tough, but it's gonna take some adjusting to do. But yeah, definitely, she's not gonna able to experience friends and her teacher and all that
Yeah.
stuff. And
Like the
same thing
first
with
day of school. Like the
yeah,
first day of school, bro.
exactly. Same thing with my other two boys. They're both in
Yeah.
high school, and they're online school as well. But
Dang, bro.
definitely, man.
I just feel like we're gonna do our best to be sanitized, to be clean in our barbershop, to wear our masks, have our clients wear masks. We don't have no one waiting in the barbershop. If you come in as a parent, bring your kid in. If you feel comfortable letting your kid get their haircut and you wait in the car, awesome. If you want to
Hmm.
wait in the chair in the waiting area because there's a minor in the shop, that's fine too. But we probably have like 4 waiting chairs. We went from a full waiting area to like 4 to 3 chairs. Um, I think we're doing the best that we can right now, bro, to stay safe, to take care of our clients. But yeah, like yes, I'm losing a lot of money not doing beards. Yes, a lot of my clients do have beards, and they're just like, "Yo, when are you gonna be able to do beards?" My answer to them right now is most likely it's gonna be January 1st, and that sounds like a long way, ahead. But I just want to make sure that my daughter gets here safe, and I may get into beards whenever my daughter's born, but I just don't know. I don't. I don't know the exact answer to give that person like, hey, I'll start doing beards around this time.
Yeah, of
Um,
course, because you got to adjust with the current time and what
yeah, I'm just
things.
trying to adapt with whatever's going on right now. And I'm
Exactly.
very thankful that my daughter at 5 years old is able to do that as well. She'll wear a mask all day at daycare.
Hmm.
Um, she's in daycare right now, but she'll start school Monday.
Hmm.
Um, but there is a county over here that's doing virtual for 4 weeks. Um, and for those that work that are self-employed, like me and my wife, we both do hair. Like doing her virtual thing. If one of us stayed home, great. But we both got to go to work. You know, we both do hair. We're both self-employed. Um, So that was kind of scary for us, but our county didn't do the online academy. They said that or the online schooling, they said that they can go to a regular school, but wear
Hmm.
masks, no eating in the classrooms. I mean, no eating in the cafeteria, only in the
In
classrooms.
the classrooms. Yep.
Stuff like that. So hopefully, man, that they don't get to the point where they start having a whole bunch of kids getting sick and then they get closed down again. Like, I don't know what's going to happen then.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I
Well,
don't know.
definitely, you want to pray for the best and be optimistic. But I mean, harsh reality is you got to play it safe. You got to do what you can to protect yourself and yours. Definitely. So,
Yeah.
so what type of advice would you give to these struggling barbers or barbers that have lost their jobs at a shop or don't have a YouTube channel? Like, what are some creative things that they can do to kind of build a brand or make ends meet and try to pay some of these bills and take care of their family? Like, what do you suggest?
I will say this. Coming into 2020, January 1st, me and my wife decided to live off one income. Very difficult to do that, but we're very blessed and thankful that we have a pretty good clientele that we can do that. We shrunk our bills. We found a budget. We put it on sheets, and we're just like, look, we'll live off one income, save my income. And when COVID hit around March, we had a little bit of cushion because
Hmm.
I started saving January 1st, all of my income. Um, So what I would say going forward, as far as like being prepared for something like this, you got to have some type of cushion, save some type of savings, some kind of shoebox, another source of income, whether it's selling products or people started getting into like Bitcoin, real estate.
Yep.
Um, if you're a barber, you got to get your own 401k. You got to get your own insurance.
Hmm.
Um, You're self-employed, bro. Like, you got to pay your own taxes. You got to make sure you have discipline to pay taxes. So coming into barber college and getting out and going into a barber shop, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm about to get money.
Yeah. So
Nah, bro.
and that's one thing that they don't educate you, right?
They
Same
they
thing.
don't they don't they don't explain to us. Right now it says a minute and 50
Left.
seconds left.
All right. Cool.
If you want to jump back in, we'll go ahead and do that. But they don't teach us that, bro. Like, about 401ks and insurance and having our own stuff and being
Yeah.
prepared for things like this, having cushion. I would definitely get into some type of another source of income, whether it's
Yeah.
YouTube or a product or apparel or
Hmm.
an online academy to cut hair, you know what I mean, stuff like that.
Most
We
definitely.
definitely do need multiple sources of income right now in these days of ages to freaking make ends meet and pay bills
Yeah.
and just if you like to travel or do extra stuff, then you have that income for that.
So
Um,
those are all good suggestions. Whether it's a side hustle, selling like you're selling your hats, you're selling shirts, building up your YouTube with your YouTube subscribers, putting out content, doing what you got to do to make your ends meet as you're starting to get back into the way things were with the whole cutting hair and taking care of your clients. Now,
yeah.
since we got a little bit of time left, I wanted to ask you at this moment in life, a child on the way, um, you and your wife have figured out how to make things work. Um, what is your purpose right now? Like, where do you see yourself 5 to 10 years from now?
All right. I want to elaborate on that. So it says 20 seconds. I'm gonna back out. I'm gonna get back in, and then we're gonna do that.
I bet. Make sure you